interfere with my tasks.
Those jackasses on Line A are gonna be the death of me. You missed the tour? Yeah, this is where it happens. Listen, I ain't exactly customer-facing, so just go on your way and neither of us will get in trouble. Out with it already. I don't have time for niceties or damned manners. I know one thing, how to ride these blockheads until we make something good. You better believe it. Keeping these louts in line takes a lot more than 2 hands. This here is a sausage factory. You don't even want to know the pain that goes into making one of these. But you'll appreciate the end result, guaranteed. If you want to ask questions, make it quick. We got a tight delivery coming up. Polvo was just some nowhere dead-ender until Ron Hope had a dream. Let's build sturdy, dependable ships. No nonsense, none of that damn Tayo glitz and glamour. Just a ship that flies right and will get you where you need going. Ron Hope's a goddamned hero. This ain't no highfalutin New Atlantis desk job where everyone gets their after-bleeding noon tea. This is Polvo. We work for a living. If you think this is tough, you try farming in the tundra. Believe me, these blockheads got it good. Every rivet, every piece of plating goes through my team. If you've got a Hope Tech ship, it means I've crawled through every inch of her at least once. Yeah, bye already.
Yes, what?
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own, you don't belong here.
I hope I'm as cool as Solomon Coe when I grow up.
I like it here. Very few rules, people know how to look the other way. And so many strangers coming and going all the time. A good place for business. Do you agree? Discretion is a trait I highly value. I have a small package that needs delivery to Aquila City. I need someone discreet. Not too many questions. The package is contraband. If the authorities find it, it will not be good. If your ship has space for special cargo, then getting through security will be much easier. Can you handle a job like this? If you upgrade your ship with shielded cargo space, come back to me.
Ron Hope's the best thing that's happened to us.
Some rules. If there's one place there's some law and order in this town, it's here. Don't even think about stealing anything. No haggling. The price is the price. And might be some other rules. Don't be an ass. I didn't start this way. Got myself robbed a few times, swindled a couple. So now I look out for number one. And it's not like there's anywhere else on this rock to buy weapons. You may be thinking this place is a dump, but the hardware isn't. Lots of customers pass through. We got something for everyone. A lot of my business is with travelers. Hopetown's the only patch of civilization anywhere near here. So I have to stock things that hit a little bit harder than home defense. There ain't any handouts here. You need to protect what's yours. But if you do, you can be your own person. I'll take that over being a corporate drone any day of the week. Good.
Excuse me?
You ready to do some bit? That's what I'm here for.
Pardon.
Howdy.
This can't be happening.
Yes?
Hey, stranger. I'm new in town. You look like you just got here too, right? What's your name, stranger? Might buy you a drink.
I need something delivered. Someplace tricky.
My friend,
Friends call me Ernesto. Actually, everyone does. Because it's my name and all. And you? A little of this, a little of that. I like to keep busy.
see me later at my residence.
Fahim, huh? Came in on that ship to Markup? I bet you didn't know it. But I'm a tracker. And I'm here for your bounty. Two ways this can go. You know the drill. Bounty says you made off with a haul of medical supplies, meant for orphans, or something. I get a bonus if I turn the shipment in sight unseen. I figure they're in the markup. Looks like a place that doesn't mind some color. Or you can surrender. I trank you up, deliver you, they kill you. Nobody ever picks that option. I don't deal with smugglers and no good types. Well, I do, but more violent-like. My word's my bond. So you didn't shoot your way off Neon, Fahim? The bounty is pretty damn clear. But something don't sit right with me. Not sure what. Maybe. Maybe not. I like to think so. It's not easy. But I don't kill people that don't need killing. I do my best. All right, I'm not taking you in. But that just means somebody else will. Whatever you were shipping, you got to return it. The next tracker probably won't be as upstanding as I am. There's no way they're ever going to settle for that. Sucks to be you. One more drink and it's liftoff.
least there should be a hazard bump for everyone.
Looks like another newcomer. Welcome to the pit stop. We have a little bit of everything. What, brings you to Hopetown? Well, I heard there's someone at the Best Defense looking for someone. No idea what it's about. I think his name is Suds. Suds? Yeah, you can't miss him. Word of warning, it can get a little rowdy here. Keep your gun holstered and there won't be any problems. Hardly. A lot of my patrons just got done with a shift. Throw some of the hard stuff in there, well, fists may fly, but they're good people, so please, don't hurt them too bad. Well, I appreciate the honesty at least. You need anything? We got more than booze here. People like to grouse, but truth is, Hopetown's the brightest spot on this planet. Deep down, all of us are beyond grateful to Mr. Hope. But the workers work hard and play hard too, so it's best not to drop your guard. There was a deep hauler, said she picked up some sort of distress call in the Charybdis system. Responding to distress calls can be quite lucrative if your ship can handle itself. There's almost always a few visitors here for Hope Tech. But mainly, it's all us locals trying to get by.
Ron Hope.
Polvo would just...
Most people come from hard work on the farms, and Hope Tech is light years better than that. But it could be better.
I'm telling you.
Anytime people start getting upset, Hope Tech changes things. But it seems to me they're just doing the bare minimum to keep the workers happy. Let's set you up.
Payday is always a good day.
So you're with the trade
Hello.
authority, right?
As far as you're concerned, I am the trade authority. If I am not mistaken, you are new here. I hope you find Hopetown as full of opportunity as the trade authority does. A marvelous place, truly laissez-faire. If you have any difficult cargo to unload, I'm happy to oblige. Are you? I think we'll be the best of friends and business partners. So, do you need anything? I've never been much for offices or a storefront. But here, people from all over the system come here. A true crossroads. Shall we?
So you're with the trade authority, right?
As far as you're concerned,
And we'd be dust, except for the factory.
I feel sick. I mean, maybe. At my 6th birthday, the theme was unicorns. Sorry, bad joke. I feel like I can finally breathe again. Thank you.
4 weeks and I'll finally have enough.
Where are you going?
My cousin has a homestead.
You're right. I'll see what I can do. You're a literal lifesaver. Take this.
You shouldn't. Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk right here for you. Sure, how about it?
Good day, Captain.
Yeah, boss?
Private sector. That's
hectic needs. Packaged food becomes everything.
Thanks again for your assistance. I trust you.
Hey there. Got that key card for me? Now we're talking. Not bad for a novice. I think you're ready to kick things up a notch, and your timing couldn't be better. Good. It's time for a change of pace. This next assignment requires a bit more discretion for 2 reasons. First, you'll be dealing with high-level executives, and second, you'll be in the Astra Lounge here in Neon. If you haven't already heard the name Benjamin Bayou, you'd better get familiar. The man runs Neon and has ties to anything significant here, including Ryujin. The trade tower is his baby, and the Astra Lounge is the heart and soul. You do anything to scar that and make a scene, I guarantee it'll come back to haunt us. Exactly. And since you seem to be familiar with him, you probably know how much we don't like to upset him. The assignment is pretty easy. Our techs failed to uncover a potential deal between Infinity Ltd. And Quantum Synergies. Your job is to make sure that deal fails. Infinity Ltd. Is one of our aspiring competitors. They have products in several similar fields, ships and neuroamps being the exception. Quantum Synergies specializes in ship operating software. We don't consider them a major competitor since their product line is so narrow. If the two are meeting to work out a contract, that tells us Infinity must be looking to get into the ship business. And we'd like to delay that, if we can. That's what we're hoping for. You'll be speaking with Quantum Synergy's Executive Director Zola Adisa and their Financial Manager Arthur Cruz. I'll be giving you a dossier on both. I strongly suggest you read them for talking points. I suppose I can give you a brief rundown. We'll start with Zola. Zola is a born and bred executive. It runs in the family, so she's highly accustomed to an upper-class lifestyle. She's a narcissist who's also obsessed with public perception, both of her and Quantum Synergies. She wants to be associated with the latest and greatest, so she's drawn to innovation and quality. She's considered it, but she's next in line to be CEO over at Quantum. If she came here, she'd have to deal with stiff competition. As for her talking points, the key things to remember are, Infinity is the cheap version of Ryujin. They're a follower, not a leader, and they lack any sense of clear vision. Infinity Ltd's strategy to make money is to cut cost on quality. You can compare any one of our products to theirs and see it almost instantly. Low-grade synthetics, flimsy thin materials, high energy usage, they issue at least 1 or 2 recalls a year. They've launched several, but none survive long. Nothing that would be as big as neuroamps or grav drives. That's why they've taken to just following whatever trends companies like Ryujin set. If they can't make money off ingenuity, they can certainly sell someone a cheaper version of a more expensive product they may want. Infinity has struggled with leadership and turnover for a long time now. Lucas Drexler is probably the 5th CEO they've had in the past few years. Plus, it's hard to keep good employees when much better corporations who will pay more are out there. Just remember, you can refer to the dossier at any time as a refresher. Now, on to Arthur Cruz. Arthur is a self-made man, and he prides himself on that. He's a full package, having both an extremely good knack for numbers and knowing how to talk to people. As Quantum Synergy's financial manager, he's all about driving profit with as little risk as possible. He makes decisions based on facts and heavily researched trends. It sounds like the two of you could really hit it off. Arthur's a great talker, but even the best can lose an audience when finance is the topic. Talking points for Arthur are aimed at steering him toward Ryujin over Infinity Ltd. Ryujin's profits are 25.7% higher than Infinity's, even with a superior quality product. Infinity's profits are fabricated. They're one audit away from ruin. We have a history of being financially secure that's never wavered, and we have the legal and marketing teams to handle anything that might threaten that. We keep an extremely close eye on our competition. Thanks to operatives like you, that information is almost always at our disposal. Quantum Synergies is the top name in ship OS. Their reputation has allowed them to keep the best engineers on their payroll. We can't deny that working with them would be beneficial for us, and Arthur is our best bet in making that happen. Besides, an open collaboration gives us easier access to information we'd otherwise have to find a more clever means of discovering. Sounds like you're ready then. I'd still highly recommend reading the dossiers though. Sometimes bullet-pointed statements can stick out in minds easier than conversation. Just as long as you don't sound like you're reading out of a book. The Infinity Ltd rep is Nina Hart. I'll also be giving you an altered version of her presentation to swap out with the original. We've changed several figures, just enough to cause sufficient confusion throughout their meeting. We got lucky on that one. Nina was making some last-minute changes to it at her own home and happened to save it to her personal data storage. Of course, we were able to access it, so we fabricated our own with new figures and put it on an Infinity Ltd slate. Assuming she's using an Infinity Ltd slate is a bit of a gamble, but one we're willing to take. If it's not on her person, it will be in the suite she has reserved. Suites are patrolled, so she'll believe it's secure. If you can't manage to get her room key or deal with the door itself, try Boone Morgan, the manager. Boone appreciates credits, if you know what I mean. Exactly. And that incompetence will be enough for them to further question this deal. Finally, I recommend dressing appropriately, so I've taken the liberty of having a suit made for you. We need absolute discretion on this one. I don't want any SSNN broadcasts about murder in the Astral Lounge. Got it? Just don't let that confidence give you a false sense of security. And remember, no incidents.
Can I help you? There's always work. Goodbye.
If you're wondering what that smell is,
They've got an appointment at...
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
Significant data breach in Galbank's New Atlantis office.
Don't make my job any harder.
The elevators can take you to one of the many corporate offices located in the train tower.
these years, and Bayou hasn't let this place slip a single notch. The man knows how to run a business. Ain't that the truth? And especially so for business meetings. You want to impress a client? The Astro Lounge is the place to do it. Tell me, you don't happen to work for Infinity Ltd, do you? Got something against Infinity, I take it. I'd love to hear your reasons why. Sounds like a bad marriage. And I can only afford one of those. Compared to Ryujin, I can see how that looks bad. But when compared against standard competitors, that's almost an expectation. You know the old adage, you've got to spend money to make money. You make them sound like a ticking time bomb, which never makes for a good partner. I may have to take another look at that risk assessment. Look, it was nice meeting you, and I quite enjoyed our little talk. But it sounds like I need to take another look at some data before I head into this presentation of theirs. See you around, and maybe next time I'll be doing business with you.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor? Mothers.
You try Aurora yet? You won't regret it.
Someone came dressed to impress. Here on business, or just out to escape? Same here. Nothing like a business trip paid in full, especially when there's good downtime. That would be Infinity Ltd. Risky, you say? By all means, enlighten me. I beg your pardon. Quantum Synergies is the embodiment of quality. If I had any reason to believe Infinity Ltd was incapable of meeting our standards, we never would have agreed to meet in the first place. Their instability was cited as a pain point, but one we could deal with as long as we maintained control of all joint projects. However, upheaval always comes with its own series of issues, delays, morale, public perception, and Drexler has yet to prove he can provide the consistency that I would prefer. Perhaps it really is more than I'm willing to undertake. I would hate to think that is a common public perception. It sounds like I may have more research to do. A surprising conversation, and one I would never expect from someone such as yourself. I suppose the old saying, never judge a book by its cover, is appropriate here. It seems I have quite a bit to reconsider now. So it looks like the pleasure aspect of my trip needs to be postponed. Thank you for the insight.
are you looking at?
Range of cosmetic and biological services. Be here when you're
What?
ready. The hotel Boulevard.
F-site strikers battling with their nemesis at a site.
Need something? Duals Goods has a full line of equipment or standard stuff.
I hope you have some good news for me. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? You're a natural. I'm not just saying that because I hired you. The Astro Lounge can be overwhelming for some, with all its bells and whistles. Tie that in with manipulating people who are the equivalent of their boss's boss, most junior-level ops would start to show their cracks. Overall, not bad for your first high-profile assignment. You even earned yourself a bonus, which Lyndon was more than happy to give. Don't tell me you forgot already. Our financial guru? They're brilliant with numbers. Also, if you ever want an honest opinion about anything, just ask them. They're honest to a fault, and often give their opinion on something whether you want it or not. Only as common as the flawless assignments you pull off. No one wants to clean up a mess. It takes a toll on several departments, which is why we like to promote a clean assignment. I like to recommend something fun or shiny and new. You never know when life will take a turn, especially in this line of work. But no rest for the weary at Ryujin. We've got a decent backlog of assignments, and they just keep coming, so I hope you're still good to go. At least this next one will be a break from all the chatter. Your next assignment is to remind the competitor of their place in the corporate food chain. Some call it retaliation, but we like to think of it as tough love. Let's just say we don't tolerate theft or smear campaigns against us. If you want to steal in this industry, you better not get caught. And if you want to tarnish our good name, you better be ready for repercussions. Most corporations live and die by public perception. Trusted products lead to a good reputation, which leads to profits. And, like it or not, we're all here for the profits. Your assignment is to plant an ARC device. The ARC will allow us to frame our competitor for gross negligence and tank the public's perception. ARC stands for Assault, Reprogram, Corrupt. We think of it as a multi-tool of sorts. The ARC locates hard wiring and manipulates the information current being sent back and forth. Depending on the situation, it's designed to do all sorts of things, but inevitably, they all result in malfunction. Good. All you need to do is plant the ARC on the service panel of your target. We can handle the rest from here. Do your best to make sure you aren't seen. The key is to make this look like a malfunction. And good luck. Keep it up, and you'll probably have my job soon.
fully stocked and feel like making a purchase today? Best deals in town. Watch your back out there.
I think somebody just picked my pocket.
Welcome to Neon.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Yes? What?
Keep an eye on your valuables.
We'd be dust except for the factory. Off-worlders. Nothing good ever comes from them.
If you're looking to make a purchase, I don't handle that personally. Do you mind? I'm a very busy man.
Another day, another shift.
Hello.
We could save valuable weight if we got... As you know, they just don't make these ultra-on the labor for free. You're darn right it is. I'll get to... I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help... Pleasure working with you.
Greetings, Captain.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
Just stay out of trouble.
Keeping a 200-year-old ship running is no easy task.
What grab drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work?
Great, great, great! There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's hop to it!
All this time we thought we were alone.
If the other colonists knew, something wrong. There are 3 things we need. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. There are 3 things. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Decouple the magnet... careful not to touch anything on your way out. Can't tell you how many times. Something. There are 3 things. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Decouple the magnet. So long! always appreciate a good engine. Something wrong? There's still something left to do. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic... See you! If the other colonists... something wrong. There's still something... Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Good luck out there! Keeping a 200-year-old? Something. There's still something left to do. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Good luck out there! Can't tell you how... something wrong. There's still something left to do. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. So long! Looks like everything is good to go on both your end and mine. See you!
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship. The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done. We don't yet know, but we did receive a star map from the Paradiso engineers. I suppose we'll just chart a course for other suitable habitable worlds until we find one that matches the quality of Paradiso. Purima 2 here. Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever fully repay you. Thank you again. My crew may not realize it now, but we will be much happier with a home of our own.
You're lucky we're under orders not to escort you right off this ship.
Don't worry, I'm guiding the ship to better and brighter horizons. Hey, if you ever want some piloting tips, I'm the navigation officer. But I'm helping us to... Then it's just up to the captain to make... I'll be watching the skies for you.
Now that we know there are other people out there, never seen a ship like yours before. But then again, I haven't seen any ships.
I wonder what it's like out there, beyond our little community.
Wow, I've heard about you, but here you are.
We've got strict rules around here. Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
Just stay out of trouble.
Great. How many more days, months, years of being cooped up here?
I've lived my entire life in the constant. Now that we know there are other people out there, we need to be more prepared for trouble than ever. The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that. You're lucky we're under orders not to escort you right now.
back off. That's an order.
Accessories for all your hectic needs.
Hey there. Got an update for me? Good work. Now I can let Masako know how much she'll enjoy watching the news tonight. Now, on to the next, right? Oh, but before I forget, the results of your Astral Lounge escapades are in. I'm happy to say that the deal was officially called off. Masako was pretty happy about the results, so she arranged for a small bonus through Linden. It won't buy you a new ship, but it's something. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Several other parties will be involved in that deal on a more legitimate level. And believe me, bonuses like this for operatives are few and far between. Why did I have a feeling you'd bring that up? You've still got quite a ways to go, so let's keep it real and get back to basics. You can think of this next assignment as a stepping stone on your way to greatness. In order to stay on top of the market, we have to know what our competition is doing. The next assignment requires a more brute force approach, since the chances of them sharing that information is unlikely. Good. Luckily, there aren't many, besides the usual. Your target is a prototype schematic for a new engine that Trident Luxury Lines is working on. According to the rumors, it's projected to be 17% more efficient than any engine on the market. The current schematic was sent to their Star Yard to begin prototyping, so they could be in the office area or the factory floor. The Star Yard is a mix of sales floor and manufacturing. If you're looking to blend in, you've definitely got options. It's not too far, in Aquila's orbit, so hopefully your ship's ready. You'll find the Trident Luxury Line Star Yard orbiting Aquila in the Cheyenne system. Remember, same rules apply. Don't get caught, and don't make a mess.
Thanks again for your assistance. I trust you. Stay out of trouble. We'll have a problem.
We can get it. And if we can't get it, no one cares. Sophistication.
Thank you. Would you care to pick up an cash only, please? It was good to have you in my shop. Farewell.
explorer, ready to make your ultimate discovery? Step through the door of Seagard.
Welcome. Hello there. Sure. I have.
Hey there. Welcome to Newell's. If you have a moment, say hello to my wife. No problem. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Thanks for stopping by our shop. If you're looking for supplies, sure. Tell everyone you know about our store.
There's got to be a megacorp that'll hire someone like me.
Yeah? What do you... If you've got the credits, I've got what you need. All right, get out of here.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
How's it going?
Trident Luxury Lines can help you.
Captain Dawn, it is pleasant. Welcome to Trident.
Can I help you? Welcome to Trident Luxury Lines, where we craft the finest and most luxurious starships in the galaxy. If you have any questions about our product line or would like to book a cruise, I'll do my very best to assist you. Now, how may I help you today? Is a Trident best in class, top to bottom? No. Clearly no. Deimos has fantastic missile batteries. Stroud Eklund's shields are a thing to behold. But what a Trident may lack in those areas, it more than makes up for in style, luxury, and comfort. A cruise on a Trident can be a truly life-changing experience. We do not sell ships or parts at this location. And it's not like you would have any use for parts or modifications anyway. A Trident ship is already perfect as it is. Of course, it's a point of pride to know my employer's products, as well as their strengths and weaknesses. It's a character trait that is extremely valuable. And if I'm being honest, I have my own dreams of going out there one day. It's important to know the pros and cons of each ship, as I'm sure you're well aware. Unfortunately, all of our cruises are booked for the foreseeable future. That should speak volumes about the quality of our products. Our cruises become more and more popular every year as new models are released. Certainly. Goodbye.
Behave yourself.
Got some business here?
Oh, hello there.
No offense, but,
You belong here?
Deadlines.
Are you supposed to be down here?
Rest assured that every inch of a Trident luxury ship was reviewed by myself. And my trusty staff, of course.
What are you doing here? Philippe didn't say I should be expecting. This is the very heart of Trident. Oh, and it tells jokes, too. Well, I suppose since you're here, enjoy being in the presence of greatness. It's here that we create the next generation of Trident starships. Are you daft? Do random strangers go up to Da Vinci, asking about Mona Lisa's smile? Or interrupt Beethoven in the middle of his symphony? No. Ask Gia or Philippe. Oh, yes, I am. I am Gladys Coffin, Chief Architect of Trident. If you have any other questions, make it fast. This silence is unbearable. Oh my, that's just priceless. Balancing elegance with the strict engineering requirements of spaceship travel. That's not science. It's art. An art I'm particularly skilled at. Am I famous? Well, my many, many awards and achievements should give you some idea. Listen, if you want to talk about the max safe tonnage of the Astra or other trivia, ask Gia. Me? I design the future. What great new heights we can go to. Well, fortunately for me, your opinion really doesn't matter. Oh, why, thank you. Yes, I've recently won my second Grand Nova Award for excellence. It's a great honor, but after receiving so very many awards and distinctions, they all start to blend together. Champagne?
Oh, how pedestrian. I've heard some associates singing the praises of a certain something, hailing from Neon. Velocity, I believe it is called. It's some drink or food or something else. I haven't any idea what it actually is, but my curiosity is getting the better of me. You seem to have nothing better to do. Would you care to go fetch me one of these velocities? I don't much care which variety you get. And of course you'll be reimbursed. Ah, fantastic. In my line of work, one cannot be small-minded. As Trident's chief architect, no. As their I see. Huh. So this is the velocity I've heard of. I shall see if it lives up to... Well, it seems you've done what I asked of you. I promised you reimbursement. I'm sure having the privilege to run this errand for me was payment enough for you. But I am a... Now, run along, please. I have much work to do. Yes, goodbye.
This is where the magic happens. And what have we here? A pilgrim come to see where space travel is perfected? Welcome to Trident Luxury Lines, makers of the finest and most elegant ships in the settled systems. I envy you. Stepping in here for the first time can be an almost religious experience. I wish I could taste that feeling all over again.
This is very important budgetary information.
Just a lab? Just a lab? Spoken like someone who's never experienced one of our life-changing luxury cruises. Well, I suppose I can't hold that against you. We cater only to the elite, after all. But I digress. Is there anything you need from me? Well, look. A Trident isn't about cost. It's about status. It's about making a statement while being pampered like royalty. So, if you have to ask, well then, we might not be for you. I suppose it is somewhat odd for someone to just waltz down here like you. The Trident name brings visitors. Well, as long as you behave yourself, I'm honored to be the head of marketing and advertising here at Trident, educating the masses about the opulence of our cruises. I can't think of any greater. Of course I do. I'm also marketing hope, something for people to strive for. And so my message to the consumer is this. If you... Then, back to work.
Welcome to Trident.
I've been working on that new headline, Mr. Corbin. I think I finally got it.
Excellent. Let's hear it.
Trident, carrying the scepter of quality.
Good. Very good, in fact. But there's just one problem. A Trident is not a scepter.
I mean, it's close enough.
Close enough? Close enough? Take some pride in your work. We are Trident Luxury Lines. We do not get by on close enough. Start over.
Take it easy.
sure you're in the right place?
If you have any questions, it was my pleasure.
We got our eyes on you.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband and... You can be on your way. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
If you want to see how short my time...
All your hectic needs. Packaged food, because everything you heard is true.
Just the person I wanted to see. You got that schematic? And we aim to keep it that way. I need to deliver this to Vina so she can start the reverse engineering process, but first, Ulara wants to see you. I've upgraded your security level so you can access the executive floor, where her office is. Tell her assistant Maeve you have an appointment. I won't be far behind, in case you get lost.
Mention that out here. Follow me. Let's talk somewhere more private.
They know how to make a client feel welcome up here.
If you're waiting for an appointment, please have a seat. I see you have an appointment with Miss Chen. Just head up the 2 flights of stairs to my left and speak to Maeve. Well, I'm not the only Ellicott working in Ryujin Tower. My daughter Jupiter works at the front desk, and my wife Nancy works for Tranquility. It may seem that way, but she was already attending college when I met Nancy. She may not be my blood, but she's my pride and joy. Sure do. And I'm not interested in discussing it with you. I've kept this job for almost a decade by being tight-lipped, and that's not going to change now. I'm happy to help. Where can I point you? The executive floor houses all of Ryujin's board members, with the exception of Dr. Kalra, who's located in research and development. Head up the stairs to your left, then up another flight of stairs straight ahead. The CEO Imada's office is on the top floor. Her assistant, Maeve, can direct you from there. Anything else I can help you with? Miss Chen's office is up the stairs to your left, then a quick walk down the hall and up another flight of stairs. They're hard to miss. Her office is right across from CEO Imada's. Her assistant, Maeve, can direct you if you get lost. Anything else I can help you with? Take the stairs to your left, then take a right when you reach the top, crossing the gallery. His office is the first door on your right after you turn the corner. It's hard to miss the glow of all his monitors. Anything else I can help you with? Her office is on the main floor. Take the stairs to your left, then head straight ahead. You'll see a lobby open up to your right. Miss Monahan will be in the second office, again, on your right. Anything else I can help you with? Ah, our CFO. Take the stairs to your left, then down the hall until you come to the lobby on your right. Their office will be the first one on the right side when you enter. Anything else I can help you with? You'll find Miss Price on the main floor. Take the stairs to your left and continue straight until the hall opens up to the lobby on your right. Her office is tucked away in the far left corner, next to Mr. Fines. Anything else I can help you with? Again, happy to help. Enjoy your day. I hope you find who you're looking for. Thank you for stopping by.
I think that was the single most stressful experience of my life.
Yeah, you killed it in it. Genevieve seemed genuinely interesting.
I've been waiting here for ages.
Reeds certainly spared no expense on their exhibit.
I don't believe I sent for anyone. If you need something, speak to Thomas.
Selma, if only there were more hours in the day.
This could be the most important meeting of my career.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today. I see we have an operative who can appreciate a good suit. Thank you. I believe appearance to be a point of pride. In the effort of making small talk, I hope you're enjoying your newly gained position. Our operatives are quite the expense, but a necessary one. You're proving to be quite the outlier. We have that in common. I believe I've met my social quota for the day, so I'll be continuing on with my work now. Perhaps we'll chat another time.
Can I help you? Name an appointment. That's neither your name or appointment. If you're expected, I need that information before allowing you in. So again, name and appointment.
He's with me, Maeve. We have an appointment with Ularu. She should be expecting us.
Thank you, Imogene. I'll mark you down as confirmed. Ularo's in a meeting with Genevieve, but they should be done any minute now if you want to wait right here.
Thanks, Maeve.
Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready now.
Don't cause any trouble.
I don't believe in small talk, so if you need to chat, see Thomas downstairs.
I don't want another PR mess on my hands.
Yes, Viv, because you're too good at your job. Now, we can talk details later. My next appointment's here.
Fine, but you can break this news to Alexis at our next meeting. Look who's on the executive floor. Moving up, I see. Oh yeah, when Masako promoted me to head up marketing, I told her I wanted complete control of all public-facing aspects. Being the brilliant mind that she is, she didn't even hesitate. Every facet of Ryujin's narrative is carefully crafted by me and my team, with plenty of help from operations, of course. Cover stories, mostly. If an operative is caught or Ryujin involvement is suspected, we go into damage control. It's a lot of conversations and negotiations, working with witnesses, law enforcement, the press. Not to mention preparing our own statements so we can quell any oncoming storms, or at least get ahead of them. The NeuroAmp campaign is always a delicate subject. I have a love-hate relationship with it due to how polarizing the technology can be for some. It's easy to get our target audience to buy in, but it's the naysayers that we really want to appeal to, and that's our biggest challenge.
Good. You're finally here. The one I've been hearing so much about. I'm Ularu Chen, head of operations here at Ryujin. So tell me, what do you think of your new job so far? In that case, it sounds like our initial impression of you is turning out to be quite accurate. Now, my dear Jeannie here says you've been through the basics of what we do and pulled off success every time.
5 successful standard assignments and 1 specialized.
And on top of all that, a flawless record. It's no wonder they love you up here. I happen to have a personal assignment that I'd like to send you on. One that involves meeting up with an outside contact. Jeannie seems to think you're more than capable of handling it.
He's the best operative I've ever hired.
Let's not forget the only operative you've ever hired. Meeting with outside contacts isn't always as straightforward as your past assignments. Some can be fickle or demanding, so you'll need to decide how to handle them and what decisions to make on the fly. That's exactly the type of operative I want. Someone who doesn't take no for an answer. Your contact is Simon Rychek. He claims to have information on a new project that Infinity Ltd is working on. He said it's a game changer that Ryujin would be especially interested in. So his asking price is the big thing to consider. Finance will reimburse up to 1,000 credits. So if you have negotiation skills, use them. Simon's been working with us for years, so he'll pose no threat to you. He's paranoid, which is why I assume he's never been caught. But his information is typically worth it. Now, in order to confirm your identity, Simon prefers code phrases. I'll let Jeannie give you the details on this one because the concept is just beneath me.
Simon is into sports, so he enjoys any opportunity to talk about them. At some point, he'll casually say, "Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year." You get to respond with, "Razor Derby is the only real sport." Got it? You'll find him in Sidonia, so I hope your ship's fueled. Just look for him above the Lux condos in the plaza.
You spoke very highly of this one, Jeannie. Let's hope he doesn't make a liar out of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to take care of.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
You want to talk? Find Jeannie. Hands to yourself!
I've got my eye on you.
Well, that wasn't too bad for your introduction. What do you think of Ularu? I'm pretty sure all of our field operatives have shared that sentiment at one point. Ularu loves to remind people how expendable they can be. Let me know if you have any questions regarding your assignment. And enjoy your time in Sidonia. It's certainly no Neon. I worked with Simon a lot in my time as a field op. He's a perpetually grumpy man, but I think he just likes to keep his distance. Getting close to people isn't a luxury he can afford in his line of work, much like ours. Only that it's vastly different than Neon. There's not glitz and glam where Sidonia is concerned. And don't worry about it being in UC territory. Simon's smart, so any physical information he may hand off to you won't set off any alarms. Just make sure your ship is clean before reaching Mars orbit. Remember, Aurora is illegal there, so if you have any on you, it needs to stay here.
For you? No, only Ularu calls me that, and it's not up for negotiation.
My company's future might be riding on this deal. My career will be over if this deal falls through.
Advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are...
Leeches in the engines, leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run?
If there are no other surprises, mid-5 figures.
5 figures? 5? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir.
Little buggers will drain a ship dry if you leave them too long.
Vest removal in progress. Watch your step.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem. I'm sure you can find something you like.
lug cargo across half the universe to pay for this cleaning. I thought it was just a couple of nests. Take care of your ship. Could end up costing you otherwise.
The Lux condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
Keep on the straight and narrow, and there won't be anything to worry about. Sergeant Booth at your service. If you have a security-related concern, bring it up to me. Not if I've got anything to say about it. For real, though. I don't know if it's because everyone's too busy working, or if it's because of the military presence, but crime's pretty low. We get the occasional drunken brawls, petty thefts and stuff, but Cydonia ain't exactly a hotbed of crime. We're not Neon. As much as someone's last name is a nickname, friends, acquaintances, and other locals call me Booth. You can call me Sergeant Booth. Be seeing you around.
Be careful down near the mines, and enter any active sites at your own risk.
Welcome to Cydonia Security. I'm Commander Vincent Woodard, Chief of Planetary Security and former head of the Red Devils program here on Mars. I tend to deal with security at a high governmental level, whereas my associate Booth over there handles day-to-day security issues. So if you're looking to report a minor crime or misdemeanor, see him. But if there's something I can help you with, feel free to ask. It's small, it's dusty, it's old, but it's home. It may not be anything fancy, but I couldn't dream of living anywhere else. Still do, technically. I'm a naval commander, but they've got me here pushing pencils ever since the Red Devils disbanded. I pull double duty, aiding in recruitment and serving as the Cydonia security chief, representing the UC. If you ask me, though, nothing's been the same since the Red Devils' glory days. Only the finest bunch of soldiers to ever grace the UC with their service. Of course, I may be biased as a Red Devil myself and head of the program. Well, former, I should say. Program's been defunct since the armistice that ended the colony wars. It put a stop to any and all Xeno warfare. I fought to keep them operational here, but the top brass concluded that without their unique alien bioweapon training, there was no need for a separate elite soldier program. All the goddamn time. It's been about 20 years, but every time a new recruit crosses my desk, I size them up and wonder if they have what it takes to be a Red Devil. I'd give my left thumb to recruit fresh devils again, but it'd take nothing short of a miracle to convince the top brass to reinstate the program. Bye for now.
Sorry? What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money
How's the
we
saying
spent
go?
to hitch a ride to this dusty red rock? We were told there were jobs.
Hey, careful around the equipment. Don't want to lose an arm or something.
It's possible. It may not extend. This is bullshit. I got a wife and kid. We can't wait almost 2 months for a job that may not even exist then.
Hey, I get it. But there's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. You can take it up with corporate if you want. Sorry.
Come
you
on,
got the look
forget
of a
it. Let's
miner
get out
about
of
you.
here.
Maybe when
Maybe
the new
it's not too late to
contracts
catch a
finally
ride back
open
home.
up, you'll... Welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor. Mining director for the Demo. I could spare a minute or two to chat. So long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah.
Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job. Off the books. I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas, and we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some more. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
Talk to me if you reckon you can.
Detonation occurs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The miners.
Final particle detonation concluded. It is now safe.
How's it going? Can I help you?
For the
Yo, hey, what's up? You looking... I'm Manaki. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll do... Oh man, I'm still new here. We're like this huge network of shipping and trade throughout the known universe. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if we bought and sold from the Crimson. They pay my salary, so... Man, sorry, I can't really say. All I know is that we're running a business here. And listen. Yo! This dude came in once trying to sell this whack-looking fish or something. It was still alive. He had it in this big plastic bag full of water and everything. Good size, too. I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely did. And I had to process the sale and store the thing. Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Even... Come back anytime.
Just leave whatever it is you're selling on the desk. These invoices aren't going to review themselves.
Got something on your mind, love? Well, well, look what the Martian winds blew in. You bet your arse we do, love. You've got all these dusties crammed into this tin can of a city scrambling. If they have a thin month in the mines, and I do mean everything, if you catch my meaning. I'm in what you might call the special... When the TA needs to deal with, let's call them I keep my own hours and the pay is good. Sure, you'll tend to find them at... Bye, love.
Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them holstered at all times.
Delays. Many of the sequences were shot on location with the director insisting on authenticity.
It's getting pretty late. What time is it? I need to find a real bar. You lost? Or just come to ask an out-of-work miner how his day's going? Not much to see. Same old buildings, same old rocks. What I wouldn't give for a beer and some real entertainment around here. Speaking of, looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year. You're damn right it is. I heard they were sending someone new. Nice to see you made it. I have information on a deal being proposed between Infinity Ltd and Deimos Staryards. It's my belief that your employers would be highly interested in the details. So I'm upping my price. It's steep, yes, but that is why I'm also offering a little side job if you can't pay up. glad you see reason. As you may guess, being an informant is not without its risks. I've heard there's a merc in Saturn's orbit who'd like to cross my name off her list. Milai Liskova. If you take her out and bring me her gun as proof, I'll consider my fee to be waived. She's a freelance mercenary, used to work for Inception Technologies. But she likes her independence, so she went into business for herself. She specializes in killing for the right price. So before you get any second thoughts, you should think of it as doing the settled systems a favor. Liskova has a sentimental attachment to that gun. Even named it Ember. She'd never just hand it over. It saved her life once or twice. Seems whenever it falls into enemy hands, it has a tendency to backfire or jam. On top of that, she's superstitious, which makes the gun all the more precious to her. You're doing me a tremendous favor. Just now, Milai's ship is called the Datura. And like I said, you can find her in orbit around. Just remember to bring...
It takes guts and character to be a miner out here.
Okay, that all you mind is really gonna bolster our numbers. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our direct... Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment. And unfortunately, I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his... We just need you to take the job until we get the approval signed. Then you can... It's not as bad as it sounds. Worst case scenario, you may have to go fetch some stuff for him and go over his... You don't think I've tried? And everything Damo's done, which means unfortunately. Now hold on, it's not that easy. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. Come back and see me when you've done that.
Captain Dawn, do you require my assistance?
Acknowledging civilian vessel. Our sales department is open. Please dock if you want to do business.
Captain Dawn, greetings.
When humanity finally left the cradle of Earth behind, the United Colonies was born.
Welcome to Deimos.
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military contractor.
Deimos ships are responsible for countless victories.
Ah, it's nice to see someone not in uniform. They can be so touchy, you know. Always eager to point out the slightest problem. Oh, please tell me you aren't secretly some high-ranking general, are you? Ah, should I bow or curtsy then? I assume you're here for a ship. Either that or you are really, really lost. Mr. Henderson handles sales, but if you want to know anything about our ships, I'm your gal. Oh yeah? Well, I take that as a compliment. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It can be pretty hard working with these no-nonsense military types. Oops. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say things like that, at least not so loudly. I've already been written up twice this week. I can only take so many lectures. Man, I could really use a drink. Well, we don't have much of it at all. We have to keep up appearances. What I could really use is Jake's Stout, from Jake's Bar in New Atlantis, of course. Or the Well, to be more specific. I used to love that place when I lived there. I mean, Jake isn't friendly, but he can make a pretty good drink. Say, you're the traveling type, right? Awesome! Thank you. I mean, they're very good, obviously. But these days, everyone's using the same Oh, shit. Do you know you can be lectured on... What makes Deimos special, though, is the package. We've been building ships forever. I'm gonna murder my enemies. The UC Navy. I repaired just about every class. I swear that man has a guardian angel with him. Deimos hired me because I know every rivet and microchip on these ships. Oh, yeah. Bye.
No other ship can hold a candle to a Deimos. It's built.
This is the heart of the UC.
What do we have here? A civilian in my star yard. Deimos prides itself on being the UC's first and last line of defense in space. But we're more than happy to protect and arm bold entrepreneurs that do their business among the stars. History was forged in our star yard, time and time again. So, let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you. Yes, they are. I flew my longsword in 43 combat missions. It never once failed me. That's what you get with Deimos. Our ships have been battle-tested for decades longer than anyone else. I've had a long and successful military career. Deimos starships have played a major part in it. In fact, I'm sure that if I flew any lesser starship, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now talking to you. That's what Deimos affords you. The confidence to go soaring into the fire, the death, and know that you will make it out alive. Suppose I do in a way. The excitement of barreling towards the enemy in a Deimos is a feeling that can't be replicated.
Let's get you set up.
When you get serious about your spacecraft, come back to Deimos.
You should be honored to step foot in here.
That feeling of sitting in the cockpit of a longsword? There's nothing like it.
If you want to survive out there, you've come to the right place.
These are hallowed halls.
Enjoy your stay.
say it? No funny business.
That's far enough. State your business or I open fire. That's more like it. So, tell me what you're doing here. I'll decide whether or not to strip you for salvage. Oh yeah? From what? You're the only thing around here that looks like a threat to me. So, give me one good reason why I shouldn't feed you to the void. Alright, who sent you? I'm not going to sit here and believe you found me to start threatening me out of convenience. Well, I think it's 100% my business, considering it directly concerns me and my life. But if you're hell-bent on an alternative, let's hear it. You think someone in my line of work gets to start over? Oh, really? And who's going to believe I'm on my fair share of hit lists, and they have resources. That's a bold statement. Anyone after my head would surely be... Alright. You can have Ember. You have my word, you won't be harmed. I'm impressed someone like you even managed to find me. And using Ember as proof of my death. My little fan club would eat that up. The first time Ember and I met, she was pointed right at me. And then backfired on the gloating bastard who thought he'd won. She saved my life more times than I care to remember. In my line of work, we're always in and out of the fire, if you know what I mean. Oh, will you?
You really think I'd let you just waltz onto my ship and I'd hand her over? If you knew anything about me, you'd know honesty isn't my strong suit. The only truth here is that I've intended to kill you since the moment you set foot on my ship. I'm pretty sure I've already made up my mind. True, I'd hate to misjudge. Okay, fine. You've compelled me to hold up my end of the deal after all. You get Ember, I'll disappear. Besides, I like to think of this as just a temporary arrangement. She's always found her way back to me before. Why should this time be any different? Huh. Thanks for the warning. And I can tell by that look in your eye, you mean it. Now get off my ship. I've got an identity to arrange and a vacation to plan. Look, I don't do small talk, so it's time to leave.